want to talk a little bit about the website, because I'm sure you're all hearing about this thing called Seahawks.net. So Seahawks.net started actually back when being a Seahawks fan wasn't like the cool thing to be. So those of us that have been involved in it for a long time, lots of people want to be part of it now. But back then it was a bunch of people who bonded on the internet over a love of Seahawks football, and we became a community. And one of the cool things we did was when training camp was in Cheney, we would, a few of us got to come over here, and of course, there's Les in the hat, which is my last name in the business. And and of course, then there was a barbecue that was at Les and Darlene's home. And something really powerful happened as far as people who knew each other online became powerful friends in the flesh. And in the backyard of Les and Darlene's. And that doesn't happen without somebody very special who becomes sort of the heart and the soul of a group of people. And when I talk about a group of people, I'm talking about hundreds, I'm talking about thousands of people who know Les all over the world. People have been posting on the website from Great Britain, from Mexico, from all over the country. People who know only very briefly, people who are doing all the way back 15 plus years on the site. And it's an issue of friendships that are lasting and real, and the internet is the starting place, but not the finishing place. I got to tell you, 6 years ago, I took a job in Spokane, which involved moving my family across the state, and I knew 3 people in Spokane. The guy that hired me, and Les and Darlene. And that was enough to make all the difference in the world. Les, every person that he encountered was an opportunity to be a friend, whether it was for real or, shall we say, on the internet. It was a unique and special gift, and I think that I look at myself and I go, how can I be more like that? How could I be fearless when I meet people? How could I not be afraid to be vulnerable to other people? How could I not be afraid to share what I have and be generous? Les and Darlene gave more of themselves than they probably even had, because the more they gave, the more that came back to them in love and friendship. And I think when you lose somebody like that, the question that comes back to me is, how do you replace a giant of a man in his heart? And I think that for myself, and hopefully for some of us, it's the challenge to learn and to be fearless, and to be a friend, and to be open, and to be vulnerable, and to love better than we have before. So I am so proud to have been his friend, and I wish that we had him longer, but love abides, and I think that he will be with us for much longer. And Mark is the owner of the site, and he wanted to share some of the more of the messages that have come. You've already heard some, but there has been many. And if you ever get a chance to go to the site, you don't have to log in. You can just read what's been said.
So as John eloquently said, Les had a big impact on a lot of people. He wasn't, I think, understating it by saying thousands of people knew Les. And I wanted to read just one simple paragraph from one of the hundreds of entries we got on their thoughts of Les, and then why it impacted me so much after I'm finished. So, Les Norton was my friend. We would talk occasionally by email. He would tell me how him and his family were doing. He also asked me the same. He was the one guy on the site who always had my back. I will miss him, his personality, and everything he offered. The guy was very unselfish. He did care about other people. Always asked how my life was going. This is more than football, but I am heartbroken for him and his family. I know how bad he wanted to see his Seahawks win a Super Bowl, and the only solace I take is knowing that he saw that. So, he died a happy man, I'm sure, not only because he saw his favorite team win, but for all of his accomplishments and the people he knew in his own life. I can share between me and him only that he gave this site an identity. He's also impacted lots of people in a positive way. Thank you, Les, for being you. Thank you for the knowledge you passed, and thank you for helping me out when I needed it. Thank you for everything. That was a San Francisco 49er thing. So
Wow.
that tells you how impactful he was.